So what happened is that because the reason why I want to tell that story is because when I did the Royal Rumble for the Big Four on my show, I do like a go home thing where I talk about previous Rumbles and yada yada yada.
Yes.
So I had mentioned at the Royal Rumble go home show that I did that I've never actually performed in a Royal Rumble match, but I've written one before. And the one that I've written was the one that you won. Mm-hmm. Okay? And I was a part of a 3-man team that put that shit together.
Right.
And all I could remember from the beginning conversations is that you were extremely strong-minded about the idea that you had to be one. Right? That you had to be one. Now,
I'm going to tell an alternate version to that story.
Okay, all right. So, but that was what was fed to me. It's just like we weren't sure if you were going to win just yet. We just knew that Cage had to be one. Right? So I was like, all right, cool, no problem. So we're going through the whole deal. This guy's going to eliminate this guy. And, we're writing the whole fucking thing out. And I think there was like 20. Was it 20 people? Something like that?
About 25. Something.
It was a weird number. We never
number.
gave a number in the introduction. We just said it was a battle royal. Right? So we're going through the whole deal. And by the end of it, we had kind of written ourselves into a position where you were going to win the match. So you were going from one. You were going from one to win the actual battle. We kept calling it Battle Royal, but it was a Royal Rumble. It was timed entrances and all this stuff. So when we got to who was going to win the match and they had chosen you, now I'm your friend, but I still wanted logic. So I said, okay, if he's coming in from one and he's doing all this stuff, where are we headed after this? Because if you go from one to winning, I'm assuming that means he's the next guy. Right? Correct. That's where we're going with this.
Correct.
And which he agreed to. He says, like, yeah, we're going to do him and Mikey. We're going to do this whole thing. Yada, yada, yada. So I said, okay, cool. So, Cage is a promo guy. I was like, yeah. It's like, okay, so at the end of this, will he be doing some kind of promo or addressing the fact that he won or some heel shit where he just fucking...
He'll do it no matter what.
Right, but when I pitched this to him, he said... No, when I pitched this to him, he said no. He said, no. We'll just have the match or whatever. He'll win. He'll do the whole deal and then whatever. So I said, okay, cool. So we get to the show. We're in Rockaway, and I'm still pitching like, you really should let this fucking guy say something. Something. Give him like 60 seconds. And they were adamant. No. And it got to the point where I guess I was annoying him, so he sicked the wife on me. And she was like backing me off.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
That's when
I stopped pitching it.
Bad.
Right. Yeah, that's when I stopped pitching it. But I already knew in my head what I was going to do. So I was like, all right. So I'm ring announcing the show, right? And I was told, no promo. Stop asking about the promo. All right, no problem. So the Battle Royal opens the show. So he comes out first, does the whole deal, great match, yada, yada, yada. And I slide in. First of all, I'm supposed to announce the winner outside of the ring. They should have known, red flag, that I went into the ring. And so there was a problem. So there's like this weird, intense moment. Like we're looking at each other, and I don't think... At the time, I think you kind of figured it out.
I didn't know at first what you were doing, but I felt something.
Yeah, the DJ fucking lowered the music, and which was my cue. So I didn't say anything. I didn't announce him. I didn't do anything. I just slid in the ring and went like that. And I just handed him the mic.
Which is beautiful because still to this day, there's a still shot photo.
Yeah. I have
Orsini
that somewhere.
Passing me the microphone
with this like intense
and if you
look
pay
at both
attention,
of us, yeah.
Me and Orsini have our eyes locked on each other
because we
hard.
knew.
Because the only two that knew that some shit was about to go down.
He's passing me the mic, and it's almost like with his eyes, he's like, fuck this shit up.
Yes, I was. I was like, please hit a home run because if this shit is terrible, I'm in so much trouble.
About to catch heat for something. It better be good.
The reason why I say we call it heat is because the wife was mad at us when he actually
the wife is always mad.
When he did the actual promo, it made sense. And it got the heat that they wanted. And it was everything that it was supposed to be. And it wasn't even long.
It was short and sweet.
Short and sweet. And he said what he had to say, and that was just it. And it set him up, unfortunately, for that run. I think he was with Talon after that, right?
It was. I even delivered a nice catchphrase that I thought I was going to take to the future on that night.
I got to admit, as fun as it is to make these shows, it feels even nicer knowing I'm being heard. And if you want to hear every single episode of Orsini's Uncensored Mind with me, your host, AJ Orsini, all you need to do to catch every new episode is head over to ajoum.podbean.com every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. And if you can't get on the Podbean, I've got several other platforms in which you can catch me. The show is also on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, TuneIn Radio, Google Play Music, Listen Notes, Castbox.fm, and now officially Spotify. You can catch all those platforms and get your fix of Orsini's Uncensored Mind.